Welcome to week 1 of Earth Month. This week's theme is refuse. I'll be sharing 6 tips on how to refuse items that are designed for landfills. In case you haven't heard yet, GBES is celebrating Earth Month 2018 by sharing the 4 R's of a circular economy: refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. The first R is refuse, meaning don't even accept single-use items that cannot be recycled, like plastic straws. But more on that later. This way, we kick the whole waste before we even create it. First, let's look at the scope of your green building. No matter how green or certified your workspace is, I have 2 tips that can help you be a green leader. Number 1, refuse your commute. Yay, this is exciting. That means you get to work from home or try to use public transit at least once per week. Not practicing it yet? Ask your boss for a trial period during Earth Month. Why is this important? Commuting in a single occupant vehicle creates carbon emissions, bottom line. Those emissions lead to smog and traffic congestion in urban areas. So we want to eliminate that. Are you already practicing an alternative commute? Awesome, well done. We want to teach you how to demonstrate your positive impacts by tracking your dollar and emission savings with some tools suggested in our blog. You can also use these tools to help convince your boss that telecommuting has positive environmental and human health benefits. Tip number 2 for refusing waste in your green building: refuse the swing door when a revolving door is present. Every time a door or window opens in a building, the balance of air temperature, pressure, and humidity is disrupted. Moreover, it allows leakage of the indoor and outdoor air, which drives up energy consumption. I don't have time to go into that much further now, but you can learn more in our continuing education course titled High Performing Building Envelopes for Sustainable Design and Energy Savings. We explain exactly why a tight building envelope is good for your bottom line. Next, let's look at 2 tips that you can practice at home and at work. Tip number 3 is refuse coffee pods that must go to landfills. Choose compostable coffee pods. In our office, we buy the Taste brand coffee pods. They're Rainforest Alliance certified and BPI certified 100% compostable. We put them in our compost bin along with food scraps, paper towels, and tissues. Tip number 4, refuse incandescent bulbs. Most of our office spaces use fluorescent bulbs, but our home fixtures most likely still burn some incandescent bulbs, which are energy hogs and have a short lifespan. The better choice is to replace spent bulbs with CFLs or LEDs. Both of these selections have reduced electricity demand and longer lifespans. Finally, let's address those issues we most often confront in our personal lives outside of the home. Tip number 5 is refuse the plastic straw. Hopefully you've heard this before: ditch the straw. Contrary to what we want to believe, not all plastic products are recyclable. Single-use plastic straws are not recyclable. Let me say that again. Single-use plastic straws are not recyclable, and they take over 200 years to decompose. So just refuse to use them, problem solved. That brings us to my final Earth Week tip to refuse waste. Number 6 is refuse single-use plastic bags. Similar to those straws, these cannot go in typical curbside recycle bins. They must be sorted and disposed of separately. So don't make it hard on yourself. Just refuse the single-use plastic bags. It's not enough to reuse them. We need to refuse them. So my Earth Month challenge for week number 1 is to take just one of these 6 tips and share the message with your circle of influence. These tips are: refuse your commute, refuse swinging doors, refuse throwaway coffee pods, refuse incandescent bulbs, refuse plastic straws, and refuse single-use plastic bags. Next week, I'll be sharing how to reuse materials to promote the circular economy. Please engage with us on the Green Building Matters Facebook group and let us know what you are refusing this month. Be well.